Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 6th of April. Session will be quite interesting, so stay tuned till the end. Let's start. First question is, name the India's first indigenous CAR T cell therapy that was launched by President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am. So this new first indigenous CAR T cell therapy, the name of this cell therapy is NextCAR 19, right? What does CAR T stands for? Let's look at it. So this stands for chimeric antigen receptor T cell therapy that was named NextCAR 19. Correct? And remember, this therapy is for cancer treatment. Right? This T cell. If you ever seen the movie also, correct? Resident Evil. In that also there was T cells. So these are the cancer treatment. Just for reference it is to remember, right? So these CAR T cell therapy, these are used for, this treatment is used for cancer treatment, and this has been named as NextCAR 19, right? And here you can see this is a cancer treatment, correct? And this NextCAR 19, this was launched during an event that was held at IIT Bombay. Now this question can also be definitely asked, that this NextCAR 19, that is a CAR, that is CAR T cell therapy, this was launched where? This was launched during an event at which IIT? At IIT Bombay. Correct? Take a note of this. And it is now one of the first developing countries, correct? Our India, because it was launched in our India. So India became now the one of the first developing countries to have their indigenous CAR T and gene therapy platform for cancer treatment. Now, who developed this? As it was launched in IIT Bombay, so IIT Bombay and TMC is your Tata Memorial Hospital, correct? They developed this treatment therapy. Here you can see it developed through the collaboration between IIT Bombay and Tata Memorial Hospital, that is in Mumbai, in association with the industry partner ImmunoACT. Here ImmunoACT, this is the IIT Bombay incubated company. Incubated means this is a startup that was provided space and all the resources and help by IIT Bombay. And here Dr. Atharva Karlukar and Dr. Alka Divedi and the team led by Dr. Rahul Purawar, associated professor at IIT Bombay, designed and developed this NextCar 19. Right? Take a note of this. Now, what is this CAR T cell therapy? Basically, this cell therapy utilizes the laboratory modifications of the person's T cell to selectively target and destroy those cancer cells. These T cells are special cells that are white blood cells that find and fight illness and infection, whose primary function is cytotoxics, meaning it can kill other cells. And this is the therapy that is used to kill your cancer cells. Right? So this is your CAR T technology that was named NextCar 19. It was a cancer treatment, and this was launched where? At IIT Bombay, and this was developed together by IIT Bombay and TMC along with ImmunoACT, that is an incubated company of IIT Bombay. Then apart from this, you can also see in foreign countries this CAR T cell therapy cost close to 307,000 US dollar, but this treatment is 90% cheaper in India. Correct? That is priced between 30,000 to 40,000 US dollar. Next is, which company became India's first company to surpass 10,000 megawatt of renewable energy capacity? So which is that energy? It is AGEL, that is Adani Green Energy Limited. This became the first Indian company to surpass the mark of 10,000 megawatt of renewable energy capacity. Right? This 10,000 megawatt, or we can say 10 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity. Right? And this AGEL, they have achieved this feat after the commission of a 2 gigawatt of solar capacity, that is in Kutch, Gujarat. Right? So after the commission of this 2 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity plant, that is a solar capacity plant in Kutch in Gujarat, then this feat was achieved by Adani Green Energy Limited. Here you can see AGEL, they became country's first company to surpass 10,000 megawatts or 10 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity in their operation portfolio. Who is the chairman here? Gautam Adani. Where is the headquarter? Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Right? Moving on. Sagar Kavach. Sagar Kavach, this is a coastal security exercise. This was held where? Location is being asked to you, and I have told you multiple times, whenever we are discussing any exercise, no, you should definitely remember the addition of it, the location of it. It was held between which two organizations, where was it held, and if there is any Indian naval ship, Indian Coast Guard ship, or any Indian vessel that took part in that exercise, you should definitely know it. So this Sagar Kavach, this is a coastal security exercise, right? This was a 2-day long coastal security exercise. Where was this held? This was held in the Union Territory of Lakshadweep. It was on 1st and 2nd of April that this exercise was held. Right? And here the assets of Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, Marine Police, Fisheries, Customs and other security exercises or agencies were engaged or involved in this particular exercise. Then remember, this is the first edition of the state level biannual coastal security exercise Sagar Kavach 0124. Correct? Take a note of this. Right? And that first edition was held in Kerala and Mahi. That is, this Mahi is a part of a union territory of Pondicherry. It was held on 20 and 21st March. Correct? And now again, this Sagar Kavach, that 2-day long coastal security exercise, was held in Lakshadweep on 1st and 2nd April. The first edition was held in Kerala, Mahi, in 20 to 21st of March in 2024. Sagar Kavach. Right? Next. Here you can see Sagar Kavach, coastal security exercise recently conducted in Lakshadweep, but before this it was conducted in Kerala and Mahi. Apart from this, friends, we are providing daily free vocabulary in the AffairsCloud Hindu Vocabs Telegram channel. This Telegram channel will be provided in the link below. There you can get 4 words with pictorial representing images and 5 vocabulary quiz questions daily. Right? Do join that Telegram channel. It will be very beneficial for enhancing your vocabulary on daily basis. Moving on. Which are the best places in the world to conduct businesses as per the data released by Economist Intelligence Unit, that is EIU. So this data was released by EIU and the data they released was BER 24. BER is your business environment ranking and they have assessed 82 countries here and across 91 indicators, and they stated that USA, Denmark and Singapore, these are the top 3 countries, correct, where doing business is very easy. But these are not in the order. If I ask you which is the best country in the world to conduct business, so Singapore is on the top. Singapore on first position. Denmark is on second position and US is on third position. Now in this question, in this particular in data, a question can be asked that what is the rank of India if we talk about the best countries to conduct business globally, the data that was released by Economic Intelligence Unit in their BER report. So what is the rank of India? Where does India stand? So India stands at 51st position, right? Take a note of this. Here you can see EIU, they released BER 24 that assesses 82 countries across 91 crucial indicators across 11 categories, and Singapore is on top, Denmark, USA, then Germany, then Switzerland, and our India is on 51st position. Right? Remember, China has substantially dropped by 11 spots, making it the biggest loser globally. This reflects various challenges in their business landscape that are compared to previous year. And we have also seen that as of now, in China, there is a high crisis going on, right? The businesses are shutting down. The factories are closing down. There are no jobs for the youth in the country. Correct? Let's move on. If we talk some other key points here, Singapore's attractiveness. Why Singapore on top, right? This attractiveness stems from their political stability and government support for the domestic private sector technological advancement. Denmark boasts solid microeconomic fundamentals and high quality infrastructure. The US offers favorable market opportunities with minimal restrictions on foreign trade and investment. Other top ranked countries, they include Germany, Switzerland, Canada, Sweden, New Zealand, Hong Kong and Finland. Next is a data was released by United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, and this is the report they released. Here they stated that India will be losing almost 5.8% of the daily working hours. Daily working hours, and this is because of the heat that we will be facing, correct, by 2030. By the year 2030, because of the heat stress, because of the temperature that will be rising, Indian population will be losing close to 5.8% of the daily working hours, because it will be a very high temperature and it will become difficult for the workers to conduct their operations. As per the report, India is expected to lose approximately 5.8% of the daily working hours due to increasing temperatures by 2030. And the report mentioned that the climate change may lead to larger agriculture subsidies, as farmer subsidies account for just 20% of the total farm incomes in India. If we talk about this organization, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for the Asia and the Pacific region, right? Here, who is the executive director? Executive secretary here? AS Ashilshbana. Headquarter is in Bangkok, Thailand. It was established in 1947 and there are 59 members and 9 associate members in this organization. Then, if we look at some of the India specific key findings, that is that how climate change will affect India. The report highlighted that the climate change will contribute to spread the spread of disease in India, which will further lower the government revenue collection. In order to mitigate such adverse effects, governments will be required to increase fiscal expenditures. The report mentioned that the climate change may lead to larger agriculture subsidies, as we just saw, that will be 20% of the total farm incomes in India. The report also noted that the Asia and the Pacific region, specifically about India, that is home to 60 crore youth age, 60 crore youth population in India between 15 to 24 years of age, are required to frame policies to enhance the productivity of young labor. Right? What is the focus that we should do now? We should focus on green transition. We should focus on reducing the pollution. We should focus on generating more and more employment for the youth. And as we know, in today's world, as in current scenario, India is considered to be one of the most happening and the most productive and fastest developing economies in the world. We are clocking 6 to 7% of the GDP growth rate every year, where countries such as developed countries such as China, not even China, US, UK, even UK is in recession right now, but US, they are facing high low economic growth, correct? As compared to them, we are in a very good situation. Next, we are talking about United Nations Development Program, headquarter of which is in New York, USA. And UNDP, they recently released a report that is Small Island Digital States, how digital can catalyze SIDS development. SIDS is your Small Island Developing States. So, for Small Island Developing States, how can digitization benefit them? How can we use new technologies so that we can cater to that population? Right? And this digital transformation, they require long term planning, they require strategic thinking, dedicated funding for the same goals, right? And the efforts in the digital direction must continue and accelerate to address the challenges that are faced by global island communities globally. If we talk about this, the UNDP Global SIDS team, they have collaborated over 30 nation country government to explore, implement and scale up the digital solution. Why in India we can say that the digitized products are doing really good? Because of the huge population, right? We have a largest population in the world, correct? And with the rise in technology, we are able to cater all that population, right? Be it Aadhaar card, be it your DigiLocker, be it UPI, because with UPI you can easily pay. So, but for the small countries, the amount of efforts and the funding that will be required, but the population there is less. So what they are doing is, now let's collaborate multiple countries with small population islands, right? And then provide digital services to them that will be more beneficial, that will be more cost friendly, and that will require a more dedication and long term planning to carry out such task, right? Here you can see insights drawn from technical collaboration, implementation of digital products, UNDP digital readiness assessment, and primary data from a global survey of SIDS youth inform this report that UNDP conducted comprehensive digital readiness assessment over 15 SIDS to identify the key digital opportunities and priorities, and how can we cater that population and provide digital services to them. If we look at some of the potentials of digitization in SIDS, this SIDS is strongly positioned to explore the power and potential of digital further, right? Because we know everything is shifting to digital. When we used to have the papers in your Supreme Courts, in our government hearings, but now we are seeing that everything is being digital. Advocating for a just digitization transition, SIDS emphasizes the importance of data utilization while safeguarding the against digital harms through a proposed data impact hub. SIDS is at the forefront of shaping global digital efforts, ensuring inclusivity in the digital journey of the future. Right? SIDS, this is a distinct group of 39 states and 18 associate members of the UN Regional Commission that face unique social, economic and environmental vulnerabilities. Next is RBI. They have delayed the currency derivative regulation to curb the speculative trading to May 2024. So remember, on 4th of April, RBI has deferred the implementation of the exchange traded currency derivatives regulation by a month to May 3, and it is to curb the speculative trading. This is in the view of feedback received from the market and the recent developments. As per these regulations, only traders with the underlying forex exposure are permitted to trade in the currency derivatives such as future contracts, aiding companies in hedging against currency risk. And the postponement of the regulation provides short-term relief amid the concerns over the potential decline in the trading volumes. I told you day before yesterday also that the RBI, they have banned the trading, forex trading in INR USD pair. Why was this step taken? The main reason why this step was taken is that Indians are now trading in forex, right? If there is a profit or a loss, it goes to the forex department now, or the currency in which we are trading. So instead of that, if you are trading, why not Indian diaspora, they should trade in the equity segment, right? We have our shares, we have NSE BSE, right? Why don't we trade on this? Because this will help us to boost our markets. So for that reason this step was taken, but now it has been extended by 1 month till 3rd of May 2024. The regulatory framework for exchange traded currency derivatives remains consistent, reflecting the RBI's broader foreign exchange management policy. Right? Next is NTPC. NTPC is your National Thermal Power Corporation. This is India's leading power utility, and they have officially declared the permanent closure of the 20 megawatt Barauni Thermal Power Station Stage 1 project. Question asked to you is that where is this project located? This is 220. Right? Where is this project located? So 220 megawatt Barauni Thermal Power Station Stage 1 project. Where is this located? It is located in the state of Bihar. Where is it located? It is located in the state of Bihar. This is a 220 megawatt Barauni Thermal Power Station Stage 1 project located in which state? In Bihar. Correct? Take a note of this. If we talk about NTPC, NTPC was established in 1975, correct? And it has a total installed capacity of 75,418 megawatts. This includes your joint ventures, and their aim is to reach 130 gigawatt of capacity by 2032. Correct? And NTPC, they acquired this Barauni Thermal Power Station in Bihar from the Bihar State Power Generation Company in 2018, and now it has officially shut down. NTPC, this is a public sector undertaking that comes under the Ministry of Power. Next, here you can see NTPC, they shut 220 megawatt Barauni Thermal Power Station Stage 1 project in the state of Bihar. Moving on, next is Goenka among 7 Indians named in the Young Global Leaders Community, the class of 2024 by WEF. What is WEF? World Economic Forum. So they have released the 20th edition. They have released the 20th edition of the Young Global Leaders Community, the class 2024 in Geneva, Switzerland. This year, a total of 11 members were named in the South Asia category, of which 7 were Indians. Correct? Take a note of this. Then the Indians, if we are talking about, we have seen here. First is Shashwat Goenka. He is Shashwat Goenka. Right? He is the vice chairman of RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Correct? And he was among the 4 Indians selected from the business category in the list of young global leaders, and total of 7 Indians were selected here. Apart from this, if we see Arjun Bhartiya, Priya Agarwal Hebar, Advatiya Nayyar, correct? Then Sharad Vivek Sagar, Bhumi Padnekar, who is an actress, Richa Bajpayee, correct? So these are the 7 individuals who were named in the class of 2024 by WEF in their Young Global Leaders Community. And a total of 11 members were named here, out of which 7 were from India. Then if we talk about this forum of the Young Global Leaders, this was established in 2004. This is a World Economic Forum's initiative that selects the world's most promising leaders under the age of 40. Correct? And this Young Global Leaders class of 2024, they nearly features 90 young peoples under the age of 40, driving impact across different fields of public health, economic development, be it technology, sustainability, and so on. If we talk about World Economic Forum here, who is the founder and executive chairman? Professor Klaus Schwab. Who is the managing director of World Economic Forum? Sadia Zahidi. Where is the headquarter of World Economic Forum? It is in Geneva, Switzerland. When was this established? In 1971, World Economic Forum was established, and this is the organization. They have released the 20th edition of the Young Global Leaders Community, the class of 2024, and this year a total of 11 members were named, out of which 7 were Indians. Moving on, here you can see the form of young global leaders established in 2004 by World Economic Forum, and this is basically to select the world's most promising leader under the age of 40. Next we are talking about Astrid Showmaker or Skomaker of Germany, appointed as the Executive Secretary of CBD. What is CBD? Convention on Biological Diversity. So Antonio Guterres, who is the Secretary General of United Nations, appointed Astrid Showmaker of Germany as the 8th Executive Secretary of the Secretariat of the Convention on Biological Diversity. Now she became the CBD's first Executive Secretary from Germany. Just take a note of this, right? Then next question can be asked to here is regarding this, that Showmaker's primary task here is to translate the Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, the biodiversity plan that was adopted in 2022, into action. She will prioritize 4 goals of the biodiversity plan, that is protecting and restoring it, prospering with nature, sharing benefits fairly, and investing and collaborating. Correct? And remember, Astrid Shoemaker is expected to assume her role ahead of the Conference of Parties 16 summit that is scheduled to take place in Cali, Colombia. COP 16 summit, where this will be held in Cali, Colombia, and when this will be held, it will be from 21st of October till 1st of November, right? Next is former Deputy Governor of RBI Rakesh Mohan appointed to the WBG's Economic Advisory Panel. What is this WBG? That is World Bank Group, right? So Rakesh Mohan, as you can see him in the picture, is the former Deputy Governor of RBI, and he has been appointed to the World Bank Group's Economic Advisory Panel. Take a note of this, right? And here you can see Nicholas Stern. He is the IG Patel Professor of Economics and the Government of Professor of Economics and Government at the London School of Economics in UK, and he will be the chairman of the Economic Advisory Panel of the World Bank Group. Indermeet Gill, the Chief Economist of the World Bank Group and Senior President for the Development Economies, will co-chair this panel. The panel will have a tenure of 2 years, and the panel will help and advise World Bank Group regarding their objective, research, agenda and action. Correct? So Rakesh Mohan, former Deputy Governor of RBI, has been appointed as a member in the Economic Advisory Panel of the World Bank Group. At present, if we talk about Rakesh Mohan, at present he is the President Emeritus at the Center for Social and Economic Progress in New Delhi. He is currently serving as part-time member of Economic Advisory Council of Prime Minister. Earlier, he held the position of Deputy Governor of RBI from 2002 till 2004 and from 2005 to 2009. Next, if we talk about World Bank, who is the President? Ajay Banga. Where is the headquarter? Washington DC, and it was in 1944 that World Bank was established. Moving to next news, SFC, that is your Strategic Force Command, and your DRDO, they have successfully conducted the flight test of a new generation ballistic missile, that is Agni Prime. First question, name the country of which this ballistic missile is Agni Prime. So it is of our India. This was recently tested by whom? It was tested by SFC and DRDO jointly. Correct? And this was tested recently, remember this, and the name is Agni Prime. This can also be written somewhere as Agni P. Correct? Where was this tested from? This question will be asked. This was tested from the state of Odisha, that is from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island of the coast of Odisha. This Agni P or Agni Prime, that is a ballistic missile, new generation ballistic missile, that was tested by SFC and DRDO jointly. If we talk about this Agni Prime, this is a 2-stage surface to surface missile. Remember this, it is surface to surface missile. This question is also asked. Then it is equipped with dual redundant navigation and guidance system. It has a range of 1000 to 2000 kilometers, that is a heavy range. Then this is the 6th variant of the Agni series that was developed under Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Correct. The other, as we saw, this is the sixth variant. What are the other five variants or other five missiles? So just remember, this is the fifth variant of the Agni series, right? What are the five missiles developed under this integrated guided missile development program? Prithvi, Trishul, Nag, Agni and Akash. These are the five missiles that have been developed under this integrated guided missile development program, right? Take a note of this. Then one more thing you need to remember here, that DRDO in March, they successfully conducted the flight test of Agni 5, right, with MIRV technology, and we have done this, correct, and this was done under the mission Divyastra. If we talk about DRDO, who is the chairperson here? Dr. SV Kamath, and headquarters is in New Delhi. Moving on. Next is Indian Army. They began their induction of Akshatir Control and Reporting System. I repeat, Indian Army has commenced the induction of the indigenous Akshatir Command and Control Systems to enhance the air defense capabilities. This will enable the Indian Army's defense unit to operate in an integrated manner. This project was developed by BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited, under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, and the initial batch of the control centers was rolled out from the BEL Ghaziabad UP on 4th of April. If we talk about this Akshatir project is designed to automate the air defense control and report the process by digitizing the process. It is designed with a special focus on mobility and resilience enhancing operational capabilities even in challenging communication environment. It will empower the army to monitor low-level airspace in combat zones and efficiently manage ground-based air defense weaponry. Right here, the combination of radar and communication system at all the levels in a single network, and this Akshatir project will provide better understanding of the situation, and this will help in dealing with the enemy threats and keeping the aircraft safe in the dangerous areas. And this was developed by BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. This is a Navratna company, Navratna PSU, that comes under which ministry? Ministry of Defense. Who is the chairman and managing director here? BP Srivastav, that is Bhanu Prakash Srivastav. Headquarter Bangalore, Karnataka, established in 1954. Next is South Korea's artificial sun set record for sustaining plasma at 100 million degrees Celsius. Such a high temperature, right? So South Korea's superconducting fusion device, that is K-Star, Korea Superconducting Tokamak Advanced Research, and for this I gave you a question also yesterday in the homework session, right? This K-Star, this is an artificial sun. It is of which country? It is of South Korea, and they have set a record to operate this artificial sun K-Star at 100 million degree Celsius, and it was operating for about 48 seconds. Correct? Take a note of this. This is important. And remember, the aim of K-Star here is to sustain plasma temperature of 100 degrees Celsius for almost 300 seconds by 2026. This is their target. And the temperature of the core of the sun is 15 million degree Celsius. Right? And we have achieved 100 million degree Celsius, and it was for just 48 seconds. Next is Indian Air Force received the first indigenous crash fire tender. I repeat, Indian Air Force, they received the delivery of the first indigenously designed and developed crash fire tender. It was manufactured by a Noida-based Indian MSME firm against the contract of worth 291 crore rupees, and this CFT, that is crash fire tender, was delivered within 14 months of the contract. Then apart from this, remember, recently Tejas Mark 1A aircraft series first aircraft, that is LA 5033, it flew from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited factory, that is in Bangalore, Karnataka. So this is the new aircraft. Moving on. Next is Mirabai Chanu became the only Indian weightlifter to qualify for Paris Olympics. I repeat, Mirabai Chanu, she became the only Indian weightlifter who qualified for the Paris Olympic Games 2024 after finishing third in Group B of the women's 49 kg division and 12th overall with a total weight lift of 184 kg, in which 81 kg was snatch and 103 clean and jerk. Right? Take a note of this. So who is the only Indian woman or Indian weightlifter to qualify for the Paris Olympic Games? So Mirabai Chanu. Right. Then remember Mirabai Chanu, she was awarded with Padma Shri in 2018 in the field of sports. She was honored with Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratan Award in 2018. Correct. And 2024 Paris Olympic Games, it is said to be the third Olympic Games for Mirabai Chanu. Next, apart from this, remember India's Bindryani Devi. India's Bindyarani Devi. She has won bronze medal. She has won bronze medal in the IWF World Cup 2024. IWF, what is it? It is International Weightlifting Federation World Cup, and she won bronze medal here. Next, here you can see 2024 IWF World Cup is being held from 31st of March to 11th of April in Phuket, Thailand, and 2024 IWF World Cup is one of the two compulsory competitions to qualify for the Paris Olympics. Another is IWF World Weightlifting Championship 2023 that was held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia from 4th to 17th of September in 2023. Next, here you can see Mirabai Chanu. She won silver medal in the 2020 Tokyo Games in the women's 49 kg category. She was the second Indian weightlifter after Karnam Maleshwari to win an Olympic medal. She was awarded with Padma Shri in 2018 in the field of sports. She was honored with Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratan Award in 2018. And 2024 Paris Olympics will be her third Olympic Games. Next is National Maritime Day, observed on 5th of April, and this was the 61st edition of the National Maritime Day that was observed in 2024 on 5th of April, and it is to highlight the significance of the national maritime sector in the development of the Indian economy, global trade and economic exchange across countries. Right, and the day also commemorates the maiden voyage of the SS Loyalty. This is India's first Swadeshi ship, correct? It was from Mumbai to London, and it was on 5th of April 1919, correct? To mark this, right, to commemorate this voyage of SS Loyalty, that is India's first Swadeshi ship that was owned by Scindia Steam Navigation Company, and it operated from Mumbai to London, and it started its voyage on 5th of April, and that is the reason we observed the National Maritime Day on 5th of April, and it was the 61st edition here. Then here only remember Merchant Navy Week, that is the National Maritime Week, celebrated alongside National Maritime Day from 30th of March to 5th of April, and there is a theme for this National Maritime Day or Merchant Navy Week, that is Sustainable Shipping, Challenges and Opportunities. Correct. Moving on. Next is International Day of Conscience. This day is observed on 5th of April. And this day is observed to raise awareness about the importance of building a culture of peace with love and conscience through the customs of the local, national and regional communities. Correct? And the first edition was observed in 2020. So friends, these were your important current affairs. Now let's move to some one-liner revision, that is your favorite part, and I have seen that students are enjoying these one-liners. First, Next Car 19. This is the name of the India's first indigenous car C-cell cell therapy, that is a cancer treatment. Adani Green Energy, it became India's first company to surpass 10,000 megawatt of renewable energy. Sagar Kavach, this is a coastal security exercise conducted in UT Lakshadweep. Singapore, Denmark and US in the same order. These are the best places in the world to conduct business as per the Economic Intelligence Unit's BER report 2024. Then India to lose almost 5.8% of the daily working hours because of the heat stress by 2030 as per the report released by UNESCAP report. Then United Nations Development Programme on Small Island Digital States highlighted the digital transformation for small island developing countries. RBI has delayed the currency derivative regulations to curb speculative trading to May 2024, that was 5th of April, and it has been extended by 1 month. Then NTPC has shut down 220 megawatt of the Barauni thermal power plant station stage 1 project, where it is located. Bihar location is important, take a note. Then Goenka among the 7 Indians named in the Young Global Leaders Community class of 2024 released by World Economic Forum, right? And here a total of 11 members were there. Out of that, 7 were Indians. Next, Astrid Somaker, correct, of Germany, appointed as the Executive Secretary of CBD. Former Deputy Governor of RBI Rakesh Mohan appointed as the World Bank Group's Economic Advisory Panel. SFC and DRDO successfully flight test the new generation ballistic missile Agni Prime. Indian Army began induction of Akshatir control and reporting system. Korea's artificial sun has set the record for sustaining plasma at 100 degrees Celsius, 100 million degrees Celsius, and it was for 48 seconds. Then IAF received the first indigenous crash fire tender. Mirabai Chanu became the only Indian weightlifter to qualify for Paris Olympic Games. 61st National Maritime Day observed on 5th of April and International Day of Conscience observed on 5th of April. So friends, if you find these one-liners interesting, I highly suggest you all to go and like this video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this, it will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. Now, if you like these and enjoyed these one-liners, now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial for your learning, right? These revision part that we do on a daily basis, they are very helpful in your revision, correct? So let's start. Next, according to the report that is State of Solar Photovoltaic Manufacturing in India 2024, published by Mercom India in March 2024, India has installed how much gigawatt of solar module and cell capacity in 2023? So, India has installed a 24 gigawatt of solar module and cell capacity in 2023. And which is the state that is performing the best in solar rooftop capacity or solar rooftop photovoltaic or solar rooftop panels in that area? So it is Gujarat that is performing the best here. Next is how many sites were recently added to the UNESCO Global Geoparks network? So as of now, a total of 18 sites were recently added to the UNESCO Global Geoparks network. Additionally, a transboundary geopark spans Belgium and the Kingdom of Netherlands. Correct. With this, remember, in India, with the addition of these 18 new geoparks, India has a total network of 213. Oh, sorry, I correct. With the addition of these 18 geoparks, the total network of the geoparks in 48 countries globally is 213. So there are 213 geoparks globally. Next, Government of India updated the list of banks authorized by RBI to import gold and silver during the financial year 25. Which of the following banks were permitted to import only gold? So there were 3 banks that were permitted to import only gold. There are Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India and Indian Overseas Bank. So these are the 3 banks that were permitted to import only gold. Correct? And this will be with effect from 1st of April 2024. Right? These are the 3 banks that can import only gold. Then next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Maharashtra? So Nidhu Saxena. Nidhu Saxena was appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Maharashtra for a period of 3 years. Right? For how many time? For a period of 3 years. Nidhu Saxena was appointed as the MD and CEO of Bank of Maharashtra. He will replace whom? He will be replacing A.S. Rajiv. He will replace A.S. Rajiv. Next, name the hockey personalities who have been recently appointed as the co-chairs of International Hockey Federation's new athlete committee. So, Pratu Ravindran, that is Pia Srijesh, Pratu Ravindran Srijesh and Camilla Karam. They both have been recently appointed as the co-chair of International Hockey Federation's new athlete committee. Right? And here remember Camilla Karam, she will be assigned the co-chair and athletes committee representative on the executive board, and PR Srijesh is the co-chair and he will lead the planning and meeting alongside with Camilla Karam. Next, which company has recently test fired the stage 2 of Vikram 1 space launch vehicle, that is Kalam 250? So it will be Skyroot Aerospace Private Limited, right? So which company recently test fired stage 2 of the Vikram 1 space launch vehicle Kalam 250? It is Skyroot Aerospace Private Limited. And this test was conducted at the propulsion test bed of ISRO at Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Next is our homework section. First, scientists have detected which disease in Antarctic region for the first time in Antarctica. Second, as per the recent study, which planet may have undergone tectonic activities 4.5 to 3.5 billion years ago. Third, Japanese scientists have succeeded in cultivating embryos of which species aboard the International Space Station? So friends, these are your 3 homework questions today, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.